All right, so in the first question over here, we have some kind of rectangle. We can see that the length of the rectangle is twice the width of the rectangle. And we're given that the area is 40 meters squared. So firstly, we need to write down what is the area of a rectangle, which is length times width. This is going to be my length, and this is going to be my width. So I'm going to put L equals to 2x. I'm going to put a dot for time so it doesn't get confused with x. And W is x again, which means this becomes 2x times x is x squared. The area is given as 40. So I can go on this side because I know the area. And my objective is to find the value of x. So what I'm going to do is divide both sides by 2. I get x squared equals 20. I then square root it, and so therefore x can equal positive root 20 or x can equal negative root 20, but we can't get a negative length. Length is always positive, so it will be positive root 20. And I can write my answer as that, which is going to be the square root of 20, which is 4.47. Okay. All right. So the area of a rectangle, of a triangle, the area of a triangle is given by base times height divided by 2. My base is given as x, and my height is given as x, and I'm dividing it by 2, and my area was given as 100. This is x times x, which is x squared over 2 equals 100. And so now I'm going to multiply by 2 on both sides. And 200 is going to equal x squared. Square rooting both sides, we always ignore the negative because we can't get a negative length. Gets me x equals to the square root of 200. You can write the negative as well and just put NA whenever a question has an answer that you don't need. Okay, so square root of 200, which is going to be equal to 14.14. So we can write this as 14.14 to 2 decimal places for that. So you can get a more simplified form of that. Okay. So for the next one over here, I want to calculate this area. So area of a circle is going to be given by pi times radius squared. The circle is 50 and my radius is 2x. And I need to square it. So that becomes pi times 2x is 4x squared. If I divide the left-hand side and the right-hand side by pi times 4, I'll be isolating x squared, and I'll have 50 over pi times 4 on the left-hand side. If I put that on a calculator, 50 over pi times 4, it's going to get me, so I can also write it as 4 pi, will get me 3.98. 3.97, let's say 3.9789. And if I want to square root that, I'm going to get two answers, a positive and a negative answer for that. And that's going to become 1.99. 1.99, and we'll have a positive and a negative 1.99. But we know that will be not applicable because we can't get a negative length. So that's going to be plus 1.99 for that. Okay. Which is basically, we could say 2. We could round it to 2 if we had to round it to a whole number. So that means 2 times 2 is 4. So then what's pi times 4 squared if x is equal to that? So let's shift pi multiplied by 4 squared, which will come to 50.26. So 1.99 is preferred for that. Okay.